right, go. All right, Larry Kruger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show in San Francisco, in front of my favorite Chinese food restaurant, Shulung. I love Shulung. Jeff, the owner, is a good buddy of mine, and check it out. It's in West Portal, best Chinese food in the city. And of course, we are brought to you by the title sponsor of the Krug Show, Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out 7 days a week. They're open in Corte Madera and Emeryville. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. All right, let's talk a little bit about the 49ers today. 49ers have a practice tomorrow. I'll be down in Santa Clara getting ready for Niners and Seahawks. But today, the big story is, yes, the worst case fears are actual reality. Talanoa Hufanga done for the year. Torn ACL. Now, there's no meniscus damage, so that's the good news, but he's done for the year. So that means a big moment in the season for JiAyir Brown, who was the third-round pick out of Penn State. It's a bad break for the Niners because they lose a really good young defensive back, and unfortunately, they lose him for the year. The good news is that JiAyir Brown's a good player and that he will be able to step in and I think do a really, really good job. He's ready for this moment. He might not have been if this had happened in week 1 or week 2, but here we are, week 11, week 12, almost Thanksgiving. JiAyir's ready to roll. He's gotten a little bit better as the season's gone on, and I expect that he's going to continue to get better. He's physical against the run. I think he's better in the box than he is down the field. Against coverage, we're going to see how he looks. But he's ready to roll. And I think 49ers feel very fortunate that they drafted him when they did. They traded up in the third round to get him. He's a really, really talented kid. Super athletic, really, really good tackler, very, very physical player. And then you combine that with great instincts. He's got a great nose for the ball and coverage. He's a productive interceptor. I mean, kind of like Hufanga and Gibson, who also are productive interceptors. JiAyir Brown's a productive interceptor. You could make an argument nobody caught more footballs of any safety in last year's draft than JiAyir Brown. So, huge moment for JiAyir Brown. He's going to start opposite Gibson. Probably the rest of the way, and hopefully that the Niners don't miss a beat. Should be really interesting to see their pass coverage Thursday night. Quick turnaround. Niners have the off day today. They're back at it tomorrow, and then they're playing Thursday night against Seattle. So we shall see what that looks like. 49ers want to keep the momentum rolling. They got Eagles in 2 weeks. They'll be wearing their throwback white uniforms for this one. The uniforms that Brock Purdy says are his favorite 49er uniforms. That means the white pants, the white tops. So it should be an interesting night Thursday night. And of course, Kittle says that the Seahawks fans truly hate the 49ers. So it's going to be an incredible atmosphere Thursday night for a little Thanksgiving night action between the Niners and the Seahawks. As far as the 49ers go, other than that, the big question of the week, and we'll ask Kyle about it tomorrow, is Aaron Banks. Is Banks going to return? He's got turf toe. The speculation was that he's either going to return in this game or he's going to return next week against Philadelphia. So, to me, that's the big question going into tomorrow for Kyle Shanahan is what is Aaron Banks going to do? Or what are you going to do at left guard if it's not Aaron Banks? If it is Aaron Banks, then Banks slides in. But if it's if it's not Aaron Banks, John Feliciano slides in. If it is Aaron Banks, does Feliciano then start instead of Jake Brendel at center? Does he start instead of Spencer Burford at right guard? Does he share right guard with Burford? I think that's going to be something to look for sure. Today, Kyle Shanahan was asked about Brock Purdy, and he said that after reviewing the film, Brock looked every bit as good as he thought he looked when he watched it live. So he just said he was very impressed by Purdy's performance. And, Purdy, if he's taking care of the football, you're talking about a guy who's consistently played the position at a really high level, and Shanahan indicated as much. He was also asked today about Elijah Mitchell and why he decided to use Mitchell in the first half. And he basically said that, hey, McCaffrey had played, I think it was 16 straight snaps, and they wanted to give Mitchell a look. That Bobby T actually in the headset said, hey, Christian's gone for 16 straight plays. We're going to start this next drive with Elijah. So it sounded like, once again, what we speculated before, that nothing happens at the running back position without Bobby T's fingerprints being all over it. Once again, here's another example how that's the case. Shanahan didn't say, yeah, I told Bobby T we're going with Elijah Mitchell. He said, Bobby T told me, hey, you know what, Christian's had 16 snaps. It might be time to go with Elijah Mitchell. So I think a lot of the people who talk about Shanahan's usage of the backs, the gatekeeper on carries for the 49ers is Bobby T. He's a veteran coach, and I'm not saying that he, doesn't do what Shanahan wants, but I think Shanahan oftentimes defers to Bobby T just because he's a veteran coach. So anyway, Niners getting ready for Thursday night. Should be an interesting football game. Niners and Seahawks in Seattle. The crowd should be great. 49ers trying to keep that momentum going into the Philadelphia game. And, unfortunately, the big news of the day is the unfortunate story, which is that Talanoa Hufanga is somebody just walked by saying go Niners. Talanoa Hufanga is not going to be a Niner, as far as a contributor the rest of the year. And, it's in some ways it's a bad break, but in other ways it gives JiAyir Brown an opportunity to step into a starting role. Some guys are late round picks and they're thought of as career backups or depth. JiAyir Brown's not in that category. JiAyir Brown is the guy they drafted with the idea that he's going to be a long-time starter at safety. And I think in an ideal world, that beginning of that starting tenure would have started next summer in camp and next year. But football is often, not an ideal world. And now the Niners are going to have to go to JiAyir Brown early. Here's guessing that he's ready to roll. And I think JiAyir Brown is probably going to step in and play really, really good football. So I'm excited for his future. We got a glimpse of it the other night. He's a great kid, and it should be fun to watch. So thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Crude Show. Once again, if you're in San Francisco, this is my favorite Chinese restaurant. It's called Shulung. Jeff, the owner, is my good buddy. We just had a phenomenal dinner, and I would recommend this place highly. And thanks to everybody for supporting the Crude Show on YouTube.